Good afternoon. My name is Officer Knight, and I am the DARE officer for Don Callejon School. I'd like to welcome all of you to your child's DARE graduation, but I'd like to begin by inviting the class representatives up to the podium to lead us all in the Pledge of Allegiance. So can I please have Jasmine, Erica, Anika, and Daria please come to the podium.
Please stand.
Put your right hand over your heart and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so I want to start by explaining a little bit about what we've been doing for the past 10 weeks. So DARE is a program, and it was originally started in 1983 by Chief Darrell Gates of the LAPD. And it was initially created to educate children about substance abuse, and DARE stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. Over the years, the program has now expanded and focuses on teaching your children how to deal with health effects of alcohol and tobacco use, how to handle peer pressure, and how to deal with stress, making safe and responsible choices, bullying, and being a good citizen. So please help me welcome some very important guests who've showed up today to congratulate all of you on your graduation from the DARE program. We have Chief Michael Sellers, Lieutenant Kirk Clark, from the Santa Clara Unified School District, Superintendent Dr. Stanley Rose, from the Santa Clara Unified School District Board President Albert Gonzalez, Santa Clara Unified School District Board Member Andy Ratterman, Santa Clara Unified School District Board Member Jody Muirhead, and Don Callejon's very own Principal Ms. Mary Martinez. And now a few words from Chief Sellers.
Go down there.
Okay.
How are you guys doing? Good. Well, I have to tell you, I can't think of a better way to spend my afternoon than to be with you guys and congratulate you for graduating our DARE program. And I think each and every one that's sitting up on the stage too would also agree with me. We're very, very proud of you for what you've been able to accomplish and learn over these 10 weeks. So congratulations. I just want to ask you, how did Officer Knight do? Do a good job? Very, very good. Well, I'm also very proud of her. She's doing a great job in teaching the DARE program. And I think one of the key is the DARE decision-making model. I think that's very important. That was one of the subjects you talked about, to make good decisions through life. I can be honest with you, even when you get as old as me, you come across some difficult decisions sometimes they're going to have to be made. And hopefully that DARE decision-making model will help you make good decisions in life. Okay? I think what's also equally important is that there's people here in this room that are here to help you make those tough decisions when you're faced with that. Okay? If you turn around in the back, you get your family, your parents, your relatives are here. They're here to congratulate you and they're very supportive. If you come across any difficult decisions, be sure to ask them. Okay? If you have your teachers that are in the room here, they're here to help you. Okay? My uniformed officers that you see out and about in the city, anytime you need some assistance, be sure to contact one another. They're here to also help you. So really my message is that I just really am very proud of each and every one of you. Be sure to use the DARE decision-making model, and you'll be very successful in life. And parents, I just want to thank you very much for being here today. It's great to show your support, especially get away from work. I know everybody's got very busy lives. Coming here and supporting your children is fabulous. I just want to thank you very, very much. But you also should be very proud of the school system and the support that you have. We're in a great district here, and we have the support, as you can see, from the superintendent, all the school board members, The relationship that the police department has is the best. And that's all I can say is my peers from other cities wish they had the relationships with their school district as we have. So you should be very proud of that. And then teachers, I just really want to quickly thank you. I know the kids are very well behaved. I can see that right now. They've been great. But I just know that when Officer Knight comes in the classroom, I know she probably disrupts it very much. But surprisingly, each and every week, you invite her back. So I just want to say thank you very much. Okay. The kids, once again, congratulations. I'm very proud of you.
And a few words from Dr. Rose.
I'm not going to hop down there because Chief Sellers is in a lot better shape than I am. But what I do want to say is echoing something that the Chief just said to you. And I'll say it in my way. The decisions that you make every day, the ones that you make when no one else is looking, or the ones that you make among your friends, those are the decisions that define your life. You may not think they are at the time. You may just think it's a decision that you're making in the moment. But I'm telling you, and take it from me who can't jump off the stage anymore, as somebody who's old enough to bend around a few times, those are the decisions that define who you will be and who you are. So learning what you can in programs like DARE about the best choices that you can make, the best decisions that you can make, applying those decisions to your life, that's what's going to make you the kind of contributing citizen to society that's going to make this whole world a better place. Every single one of you is important. Everyone. We can't waste one person in this world. You all are critical to making a difference, to making this place a better world for everybody. Don't think that you don't matter. Every person matters. You know the old saying about a small group of people making huge changes, and how sometimes that's the only way that changes ever are made. It all starts with you. So take these lessons that you've learned. I call her Stephanie because she's more than a police officer to me. She's almost like a friend. Take the lessons that you've learned from her. Listen to Chief Sellers. Listen to your parents, listen to your workers, learn everything you can, and then put to use all these decisions that you make from programs like these and the other decisions that you make, and go out and make the world a better place. That's what you've been brought into this world to do. That's what you're called to do, and we expect nothing less from you, and every one of you is capable of it. Congratulations.
And Principal Martinez.
This is one of my most favorite days of the whole year because I'm so proud of you, fifth graders. And very soon you have another big event coming up, Science Camp. Many of you will be going off to Science Camp. So we want you to use your great decision-making skills as you go off onto a new adventure. And remember R cubed. What does R cubed stand for, everybody?
Respect, responsibility, and right choices.
Excellent. So I'm very proud of you. And the next time we're all going to be together in a group of just fifth graders is going to be at your promotion. So I'm so proud of you today. And we all love Officer Knight, right? Yeah. Let's give her a round of applause. All right. Thank you so much.
So now I'd like to take a few minutes to thank my wonderful teachers for allowing me to come into your classroom for 10 weeks straight and completely wreak havoc and then turn the kids back to you and then come back again the following week. So can I please have Mr. Young, Mrs. Raffetto, Mr. Hellington, and Mrs. Corsello please come to the podium. As a way to say thank you, we got some Dare water bottles and Starbucks gift cards as a way to say thank you very much. Can I give my teachers a round of applause, please? All right, so parents, at the end of lesson 7, I assigned your children an essay as a way to finish off the program. And the essay covers what they learned in the DARE program. And they're posted at the back of the room for you to read at the end of the ceremony today. I've selected a student from each class to come up and read their essays. So can I please have from room 17, Summer, from room 16, Justin, from room 18, Ario, and from room 15, Sharif. Please come to the podium.
Did you know? Okay. Did you know that kids face many problems or risky situations that they might not know how to handle? Our 5th grade class at Don Callejon School was lucky to participate in the DARE program, which teaches kids how to handle these things. It was taught by Officer Knight of the Santa Clara Police Department. DARE is a decision-making model which helps kids to make safe and responsible choices. The DARE steps are define, assess, respond, and evaluate. One of the problems that kids might face is with alcohol and tobacco use. Alcohol is bad for the growth of teen and child bodies, therefore it is illegal for anyone to drink alcohol under the age of 21. Alcohol doesn't just affect the growth of children, it also affects the brain by slowing it down, causing you to lose coordination and your self-control. Tobacco, on the other hand, is illegal under the age of 18 and is extremely addictive. One of the effects of tobacco is cancer, which is an incurable disease that thousands of people die from every year. In the future, if I were asked to drink alcohol or smoke tobacco, I know the right thing to say is no in response because alcohol and tobacco are illegal at my age and are bad for my health. Another problem that kids run into is bullying. Bullying is like the seed of a weed flower. Bullying starts out as a minor problem and then over time it grows into an even greater problem. Bullying usually starts when someone is jealous of another person or wants power over them. DARE has taught me that in the future, if I or somebody else is getting bullied, I should report it to my help network like my teacher, principal, or parents, using the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. Kids also face pressure from things like friend problems, grades, getting on a team, or homework. Pressure from friends happens when they try to get you to do something that you don't feel is right. Pressure from things like grades, homework, or getting on a team happens when you're putting stress on yourself to do well. DARE taught me to know the signs in my body and behavior when I am stressed. DARE has also taught me to think of the positive and negative consequences of giving into pressure. Thank you, Officer Knight and the DARE program for teaching me how to make safe and responsible choices. I promise to stay tobacco and alcohol free, be an upstander for me and all others against bullies, and to never pressure myself even when I'm in doubt, because if I've learned anything over the past few weeks, it's that I'm my own person and it's up to me to make good choices. Thank you.
Hey, how's it going? Most people would say good, but for some people it's not like that. They make bad choices, like drugs. So how do people inspire others to make good choices? Well, kind of like this. DARE, Drug Abuse Resistance Education, is a program that teaches others to make good choices. They teach you about peer pressure, stress, drug resistance, and much more. In this essay, I'm going to talk about peer pressure, stress, and drugs. So, first we're going to cover how to deal with stress. How do you feel when you're stressed? Usually miserable, annoyed, or maybe angry? How do you get rid of stress? What you should try is doing something that calms you down, something you enjoy doing. Another thing you could do is take a break to just be by yourself and relax. It's a valuable skill to know how to deal with stress because stress is uncomfortable and annoying. Our next topic, peer pressure. This has probably happened before. Your peers are pressuring you to do something. You don't know what to do. You might not want to do it, but everyone else wants you to. What do you do? In DARE, we were taught some of these methods. 1. Ignore them and confidently tell them what your decision is. 2. Change the subject. 3. Make up an excuse to go somewhere. But not all peer pressure is bad. The outcome may actually be good. These are valuable skills because someday if you don't use these, you might be in serious trouble. Now our third and final topic, drugs. Drugs are dangerous, period. Once you start, you probably won't stop. Drugs can mess up the organs in your body. You can go into comas or even die. They can suck you in and drag you down. Tobacco can actually dull your reflexes and decrease your IQ. Drugs can ruin your life. Tobacco can also cause stomach cancer, throat cancer, mouth cancer, bladder cancer, uterus cancer, and kidney cancer. Tobacco users have better chances of getting oral cancer and pancreatic cancer. Spit tobacco also causes leukoplakia, which is patches inside the mouth and on the tongue. Basically, drugs are very dangerous and you should stay away. I think DARE was a valuable program because it teaches important life skills that I will remember and use for the rest of my life. I, Justin Rumley, pledge to remember and use what I learned in DARE for the rest of my life and to always resist drugs and drinking.
Did you know that almost 50,000 deaths a year are caused by secondhand smoke? This is only one of the many things we learned in Drug Abuse Resistance Education, or DARE. It is an international program that seeks to prevent the use of drugs and alcohol, as well as bullying and peer pressure. It was founded in 1983 by ex-LAPD Chief Daryl Gates in the Los Angeles School District. Our class's DARE curriculum consisted of 10 one-hour lessons taught by Officer Knight of the Santa Clara Police Department. She covered a lot of topics, including decision-making, tobacco, alcohol, peer pressure, stress, bullying, and communication. The DARE decision-making model is define, assess, respond, evaluate. This model taught me to describe the problem, determine my choices, make a choice, and review my decision. I use this in DARE, as well as in real situations when I am asked to make an important choice. Besides decision-making skills, I learned about alcohol and tobacco. Alcohol causes 75,000 deaths each year in the United States, and can cause loss of coordination and poor judgment. Also, there are more than 200 known harmful chemicals in cigarette smoke, and more than 400,000 Americans die from tobacco-related causes each year. 5 strategies to be safe from drugs and alcohol are to stay away from places where people smoke, hang around with friends who don't use drugs, walk away from cigarette and alcohol offers, to say no while giving an excuse, and to change the subject. Other important lessons I learned are about peer pressure and responding to bullying. For example, to report bullying, mention who is being bullied, what is being done to that person, when it is happening, where it's happening, and why. We also learned to report anonymously if we write it down, and to do it when the bully isn't around, otherwise he or she might bully you later on. Our DARE program helped me be a good citizen by anonymously and responsibly reporting bullying, staying away from drugs and alcohol, and being able to resist cigarette and alcohol offers, and standing up for myself while still being able to respect others' opinions and understand how they feel. I, Aryo Nabizadeh, pledge to be drug-free.
I have learned many things in my life about how to be a good person, but so far none of it is as important as DARE. DARE is a program put on by the police to teach students how to work with problems that start happening as they get older. These problems include bullying, drugs, and communication. Learning how to use some skills to fix these problems can really help in your life as a student and as an adult. The most important problem that may happen is bullying. Bullying is what happens when people keep on hurting you in any way over and over again. If someone hurts you once and it never happens again, that would not be considered bullying. So you need to keep that in mind. So the best way to stop bullying is to report it to a caring adult, usually a teacher. To report bullying without any questions, you have to include the 5 W's of reporting, which are who, what, when, where, why. If you include those 5 W's in your report, there shouldn't be any questions from the adult. Another really bad problem that can happen is drugs. Sometimes, as you get older, you might see people use drugs like wine and beer. Some amount is fine, but if you drink too much, it can make you drunk, making you do things you don't want to do. Smoking is another bad thing to do, which is a similar drug, you have to smoke it. If someone asks you to smoke or drink alcohol, there are some things you can do, which are walk away, change the subject, make an excuse, and stay away from the situation. If you follow these rules, you shouldn't be drawn to drug situations by anyone. The last thing you need to be careful about is communication styles. There are 3 different types of communication styles, which are confident, unsure, and demanding. Unsure is when you're talking slowly, maybe mumbling, and looking at the person and acting unsure. Demanding is when you're talking loudly or angrily, acting strongly, you're demanding something from someone. Last but not least, confident is when you're making eye contact, talking like you know what you're doing, and being confident. You should try your best to make sure you're always talking confidently and never demanding. DARE also gives us a DARE decision-making model. It is a 4-step model for how to make the right choice in bad times. The first part is define. Define is to figure out what the actual problem is. The next part is assess. Assess is when you figure out your choices. The next part is respond. Respond is when you look at your choices and figure out which one you should pick. Last but not least is evaluate. Evaluate is when you decide if you made the right decision and why. I'll conclude this essay by saying that DARE is really important, let's all dare.
So we put together these little gifts for our essay winners. So can we also give them another round of applause, please? Okay, so now the classes are going to come up to receive their certificates. So we can please start with Mr. Young and room 17.
Congratulations to Arohi. Josiah. Alexander. Jasmine. Leopold. Ayush. Daniel. Ian. Ariana. Naomi. Otso. Summer. Amog. Ryan. Caitlin. Chloe. Bianca. Isaiah. Atherva. Ethan. Anthony. Atiana. Jaden. and Brandon.
And now we'll have Mrs. Ruffetto's class.
Anya. Kelvin. Alyssa. Joshua. Arnav. Rayon. Layla. Today. Matt. Siwoo. Kristen. Dia. Jay. Terry. Gavin. Erica. Justin. Terry. You're welcome. Cassandra. Shreya.
Good shake there.
Adik. Ayush.
Congratulations.
Koma.
And now we'll have Mr. Hellingson's class.
All right, congratulations to Cyrus. Boz. Ashritha. Anika. Hemant. Cadence. Aaron. Raina. Heidi. Varun. Ty. Malachi.
Good job.
Drew.
Good shake.
Tayo. Kristen. Ario. Noah. Jaden. Lucia. Nikhil. James. Ryan.
And now we'll have Miss Corsello's class.
All right, congratulations to Sharif, Neha, Ria, Avanish, Ethan, Natasha, Sydney, Leia, Ishan, Duray, Aruni, Jaden, Nena, Hugh, Steve, Xavier, Adam, Dario, Eli, Isa, Sean, and Maddie.
Okay, so parents, we have one last surprise for you that I've been working on with your children, but before we get to that, I actually invited a surprise guest to come over here and help you guys with that. Okay? So let's have our surprise guest come in. It's Darren. Okay guys, so I've invited Darren to help you sing the DARE song for your parents. Okay, so please stand and turn and face your parents. job, guys. It was a very nice job. In closing, I would like to thank my team for helping me put together this ceremony today. I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. Parents, thank you very much for letting me come into the schools and teach the DARE program to your children. I had a great time, and I love listening to their stories and answering their questions. They definitely keep me on my toes every day, every morning with their questions. And students, thank you very much for making it a lot of fun. I had a great time with you every single day, and I just really wanted to say I'm really proud of you and congratulations, okay? And this now concludes your ceremony, and we have refreshments for you over on the side. Congratulations, guys. You deserve it.